Hi, I'm Foxy, and in an effort to give myself some incentive to voice train over my college break, I've decided to spin together a little Minecraft mod pack for me to play through. Oh goodness! Ah, goodness! Ah, sorry. Oh lord! Off to a riveting start. So basically, what you should know about me is that I'm very normal about this game and its modding community, and so I thought, what better way to give me something to talk about than to give myself something very special to talk about. That being Minecraft, and specifically modded Minecraft, because I am very knowledgeable about this. I've been doing it for, goodness, the better part of I want to say like 7 years. So I figured I'll pick a bunch of mods that I like and some that I don't know much about, and just kind of play and talk about and interact with. So obviously I'm gonna do the things that like every Minecraft player starts with, you know, a bunch of trees, getting stone, getting pickaxes and iron and all that. And honestly, this is kind of the boring part of the game. It really opens up usually after the Ender Dragon, but modded Minecraft's kind of different. Incredibly dependent on what's installed. So off the top of my head, installed in the pack are, well, JEI, obviously, as well as Apotheosis, and an add-on mod, Ancient Reforging, which lets you do some of the things in Apotheosis, but even stronger. And for those of you that might already know about Apotheosis, it is not a balanced mod. I mean, it is, but it isn't necessarily the most scalable. It is very much a victim of being too much for too little. Like, I don't need to deal 500 hit points of damage when everything has at most 20. Who knows, maybe when I get to that point I'll add in some bosses that give me some incentive to actually like change the way that I do things, or give me something hard to hit. But off the top of my head, I installed the Nature's Spirit mod because I wanted to see some more interesting terrain generation, or rather, interesting biomes, and I installed Tectonic as well, just to change the general shape of the land. Of course, this isn't exactly the best place to be doing, or to be checking that, because this is just a standard spruce forest, but alright, I'm gonna just kind of pick out some wood here and start on a small little, you know, starter house. It's gonna have all your basic amenities, you know, like a floor and walls. But also maybe some just kind of workshop blocks so that I can get started on some of the other things. And this is a 1.21 pack, so even though we have these new fancy mobs from 1.21.5, are actually added by Vanilla Backport, which is a mod that I think is really cool. I also have resource bees installed, or sorry, productive bees installed, because as cool as it is, I do want to be able to passively generate stuff, so I don't have to actually go out and find, you know, yellowite or yellorium. Obviously, Vox. What are you, stupid? What are you, an idiot? What are you, silly and goofy for not knowing that? For not knowing this one thing about a mod that you never actually used before? But most of the mods actually installed in this pack are kind of taken from more popular packs, like All the Mods 10, for example, and oh dear, a kindred spirit. Oh, get away from him. Huh. So majestic. Okay, oh, some food, that's nice. But, as for actually my skill with Minecraft itself, I kind of pride myself in being more of a builder than I am a more technical player. Again, of course, I do know a lot about modded Minecraft, and out of my friends, I'm certainly the most invested in the inevitable 2-week Minecraft phase, but... Alright, let's see here, if I can find, like, a good vantage point. Just look out over the horizon. The distant horizons. These ones. The ones that adds in level of detail. I've also installed sparse structures, so one thing that I've noticed when playing a lot of modded Minecraft and mod packs and the like is that it's actually really easy to just not have to, or it's really common that I don't actually have to mine for like anything, and I usually just end up running around and looting structures until I get so much stuff that I'm basically in the mid-game. And I came across a mod called Sparse Structures, which actually helps to prevent, you know, incredibly frequent spawns from occurring. Oh, don't run. Don't run. No. But to start, I guess a good place to begin would actually be, oh goodness, what's the word? At the Apotheosis Tower I saw over here. And maybe it'll give me some cool locations for me to maybe throw down a house at. And if not, I could always just throw together a little log cabin over here. I'm sure that would look nice. Cottagecore and rustic and whatnot. You know, all of the buzzwords that YouTube really likes. Not that I intend on doing this for like a living or anything. Or I could just raid this house for something. Alright then, keep your secrets. Ah! Okay, anything in here? No. Here? Food. Here? Food. Here? Food. And some saplings, but food. Where am I? Or what is this? Some string, I guess. That's good. You will also see that things have EMC values, which is a dead giveaway that I am also. I also have not Apotheos, Project E installed in this pack. So, oh. Go. Metacrimbus. Anyways, oh goodness. Okay, yeah, I was walking at it from. Goodness, where was I relative to the house? A second ago. Okay, I was walking over here. So then, yeah, that would be the house, or the tower is over this way. Could have sworn I saw it a second ago. Ooh, some sugarcane. That's good. Good. So in case I ever want to make paper for books and stuff, Can you tell my commentary is a little lackluster? There we go. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even know that there could be, bee nests in, oh, what's the word? Sugarcane and cabage. Splendid. Alright. Ah! Why are you lagging? There it is. Okay, I just went a little far that way. Right. Creeper. So, I guess aside from, you know, a little bit of background and a little bit of background about myself and the mod pack, guess you can say that, or I guess you can kind of figure out that I'm very new to this, and honestly, I'm mostly doing it mainly for myself, because, you know, I don't really expect this to blow up or anything, but if it does, well, what's the harm? I think I've got enough confidence for fame. Not, you know, not that I'm expecting anything. Ah, bee. We can finally be bees. This is good news. Alright, really, no chest. Alright. Books it is. I can live with that. Oh ho ho. What have we here? No explosives, I hope. Good. Some slime balls. A chest. And a saddle. Wait, I can craft these. Phooey. Alright. And I'm already running low on space. Storage space. Inventory. That's the word. Inventory. Is there like a spider or something over here? I'm hearing hissing. Okay, where to figure out a place to live? Yeah, at the top of this, is that lava over there? I actually can't quite tell. Okay. I'm recording this a little late, so pardon any yawns you might hear. I don't need this. Yeah, you know what? I think I might follow through with that plan of just throwing together a little cabin for me to stay in. Cool, no string. Great. Great. No, it's fine. I'm fine. Your butt hurt me? I would never be. Also, wow. First monster I find and I'm already getting hit. Aren't I? And here I am boasting about how good I am at the game. Wait, can't I use this to turn into... there's no way for me to turn rotten flesh into leather. How about that? Alright then. Nothing immediately jumps out. Alright. Those. And I think here will be a good spot. So, you know, I actually think I'm probably good on the wood front. I need more stone is what actually needs to happen here. Yeah, let me just throw down like a corner there, corner here. Boonk, boop. Alright, and then, crafting table. Yeah, I figured that wouldn't do anything. The thing with knowing so much about mods is that you kind of forget what's installed and what isn't. Bread and a lantern. I'll put that there. And I guess I can make a shovel. So that I can dig down somewhere and start getting stone. Sucker. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to brighten this part, huh? Actually, it's a little easier to tell when I'm looking at my second monitor here. Of course, I'm not sure how much of this I'll need. Maybe like a stack. You know, if I did the math, something I'd also say I've kind of gotten good at just by virtue of playing this game so much. Yeah, a stack probably ought to do it. because it didn't look much more than... It certainly didn't look like an 8x8 cube, so... And I'm probably gonna floor it differently, so actually maybe even 48 ought to be enough. Also, is there a bone anywhere? I thought I heard skeletons fighting. Nope. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do the thing. Alright, I've got some health. Ah! Oh, that was stupid. I shouldn't have gotten hit by that gamer rage. Alright, and with that, my first night is completed. Ah, well, I mean, almost, if I actually don't get my butt handed to me here. Do you... Oh, okay, that was just stuck to something else. And that's 4... That's 20, 25, 26, 27. Dang it! Okay. Phooey. Alright, well, I guess for a foundation it's fine. Though I don't appreciate having this little tree here. Because its silly little leaves are getting in my way. Alright, 3 of these, 3 of those, 3 of those. And you know what? I'll strip them too. How freaky. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess I deserve that. Shoot, I gotta get... Dang it, never mind. Going back into the mines. Alright, just need like 6 more. Well, actually, I need a furnace too, so... Yeah. Alright, first order of business. Following is make a backpack somehow. Alright, furnace, crafting table, chest, and what the heck, I'll make another one, because I know I'm gonna need it. Alright, there's that, don't need that. Yeah, I know, aren't I a stinker? I'm littering. Actually, you just put it away. 4 tall probably is a good amount. Right. Oh, damn. I just noticed I've been on 3. How many hearts have I been on this whole time? Alright, there we go. 4 tall, stripped supports, and now the walls. Well, if I can, no. There we go. And then 2 there, so that I can cut out a door. Yeah, that looks right. This certainly doesn't, though. Alright, just a real quick, done and dirty starter house is going up. And then, Alright, okay. That's that. And then, oh goodness, I just realized that I don't actually have any, wood for windows. That's fine, I can manage. I will actually do this instead. Oh, also watch this. Bam! What? Spruce doors, but they're tall. Yeah, ain't that fancy? And since, again, don't have any sand, there we go. The facade of a house. Oh. Alright. Well, I guess in that case, I am once again asking for cobblestone, except this time I'm going to make a roof out of it. So it's going to be, you know, trimmed with cobblestone on the bottom and roofed with also more cobblestone. Heat from fire, fire from heat, heat from fire, fire from heat. Alright, there we go. Back in the swing of things. I'm not trying to, like, actually say anything meaningful or honestly, even at the most part, entertaining. I'm just saying stuff to practice some inflections and vocal fry and brightness and airiness and it's a whole thing. Just in case I need some more. Oh, shoot, alright. Give it some depth. And if I was smart, I would have installed building wands so I don't have to actually do do this part of the house building process. Honestly, to call this a house also feels like a bit of an overstatement. It's really just kind of a shack. And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. Oh, goodness. Definitely gonna need more. Also, apologies for any mouse sounds you might hear. I truth be told, I don't know the first thing about this whole recording myself thing, so it's a learning process along the way. Though I do think I managed to get some, like, vocal stuff figured out well. Like mouth sounds or anything. I actually just have an old, like, microphone filter that I cut a little and slapped over this Blue Yeti, which, yeah, I know, cringe. I guess for a little more stuff about myself is that I am, well, as you might be able to figure out, I actually do art. Well, digital art, though. I guess digital art is art. I'm not an artist in the woe is me painterly sense, but I'm trying my best. Ah, goodness gracious. There we go. A little house on the prairie. Say that again? There we go. That's definitely enough. Exactly enough, actually. Wow. Look at me. Real maths girl. Okay, and then, I guess I'll make more quote-unquote windows. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Just makes the place feel a little more airy. I don't have a bed. So if I die, well, let's just assume that doesn't happen. Finding, like, a sheep or something, or really just, like, one piece of string. Actually, hang on, before I get gruesomely lost. 900 and -80. There we go. And I even got it on video, so I don't have to worry about that. And just about in the nick of time, too. It's turning to night, so... You know, maybe I can find, like, a spider or something to slay. So I can, you know... put together a creeper. Alright, good. Oh. Oh, right, yeah, apotheosis. I'm on the fence on whether or not I should actually, like, sit and read through this, or... whatever, I'll just skim through it. No. Alright, well, yep. Okay. Oh, creeper. Not creeper. Spider and zombie. That's the word. Please, just one. Just a crumb. Yes. Oh my goodness. Why are there so many of you? Oh my goodness, why are there so many of you? Okay. Ducky? Bang. I was gonna name him something funny, like... Butt. God. Wow. Never mind. I think I totally understand why I haven't been doing that. I understand why I haven't been doing this content thing. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Eh. Okay. What the heck? Did I overshoot? Yep. This should just be... do whatever direction this is. West? I wasn't even worried for a second. Me? Panicked? Nah. You're hallucinating things. And then... home sweet home. There we go. Now this shotgun shack is becoming a shotgun home. What the heck? I'll get some resources. Maybe set up a couple more furnaces. There we go. And now I go actually exploring. Yeah, I'll go get some resources, maybe throw together some armor, and then I think I can call it safely. Oh, well, an azalea tree. I was probably gonna have to mine a staircase out anyway, so why not mine one in? There we go. Goodness. Ah. Undertale. Oh, hey, more iron. Yay! Yay! I am not the hardcore type. Yep, see, that could have killed me. Beep, 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 beep. How do I leave? Because it looks like there was a way into the cave. Well, I dug a way into the cave, but it doesn't look like there's a way out. There we go. Okay. And 26. That is... Huh? What? Oh, you know what? That was probably a pastel thing. Ugh. Darn, don't I feel silly now. Okay, where did I fall in from? Over there? Over there. Pastel is a mod that actually I haven't seen a lot of people play through, so I'm probably going to be, well, from my perspective, I'm going to be the first person to have done that. Of course, now that I say that out loud, all of the devices that I'm talking into, the ones that are listening to me, are gonna now just give me like everything you need to know about the pastel mod, and like what its end game stuff is. But I tried it on a very small scale mod pack. I was just itching. I had my 2-week modded Minecraft phase, and I installed it, and I was shocked at how few downloads it had, just because it was in it was in beta, and it had like only like 2,000 downloads. And I thought, huh, that's interesting, because from the looks of it, this looks really well put together, and kind of reminds me of oh goodness, what's it called, Chromaticraft, I believe. Or am I getting that mixed up with the more modern one for Fabric? I don't think Chromaticraft is the right mod, but there's one that kind of deals with color as like a gimmick, or not a gimmick, but like a system of magic, dealing with like cyan, magenta, and yellow, in order to do a bunch of cool stuff. So I thought that would be fun to try and master. Of course, I'm gonna need to like get more properly settled in with that. And honestly, I'll probably end up doing some like quote unquote, you know, do the modded Minecraft, or just the Minecraft thing. You know, oh, I did some off-camera mining, and I'll come back and I've got like 14 chests of stuff. Oh, there it is. My little shack. Alright, there we go. And let's see here. Doing some quick division. Well, okay, there, and then so those there, those something better reactors, something. Alright, there we go. My first iron ingot. I'm going to make my first sword. There we go. And there it is. Enough to make a chest plate. Huzzah, look at me. Aren't I also swanky and swagged out? Yippee! Alright, and there we are. Oh, goodness. Personal space. Alright, there it is, suit of armor, and I've thrown together a small little, house. So, okay, you know what? I actually think this is a good place for me to end off, because I've got my set of armor, and, well, as you can see, I've thrown together the most bog standard starter house that you probably can come up with. I mean, look at these terrible, terrible walls, and there's no gradients, or shading, or texturing. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, I guess. I really don't know how to end these. I don't know. Keep doing the things you love, and thank you for taking your time and listening to me ramble.